A man walked into the pawn shop holding two crisp note bills and hoping to sell them for a high price. "I've got something here that's probably the rarest currency you've seen all week," the seller said, laying down a $500 bill and a $1,000 bill. Rick raised an eyebrow. "These are pretty cool. You looking to pawn or sell?" "Looking to sell," the seller replied, "trying to turn some of the collectibles I've got at home into cash and hopefully walk out with $7,400. Rick picked up the bills and inspected them closely. These are from 1934. During that time, the government was dealing with a cash shortage. People were hoarding gold, so the Federal Reserve had to print a ton of high-denomination bills to pay them. That's why most of the $500 and $1,000 bills come from that year. He chuckled. They don't make them anymore, thanks to the IRS. $1 million and $1,000 bills is just a neat little stack. Makes it a little too easy to hide your money. The seller nodded. "I picked these up a few years ago from a dealer out in Boston. Figured they'd only go up in value." Rick took a closer look. The $500 bill's nearly flawless. I'd grade it a 65, almost gem. Not quite perfect, but close. The $1,000 one, though, there's some wear. Maybe folded and ironed at some point. Might grade uncirculated, maybe a 60, but those corner creases bring it down. He leaned back. "Still, these are highly collectible, especially in this shape. So what do you want for them?" The seller took a breath. "I was hoping for $1,200 on the $500 bill and $6,200 for the 1,000. Rick shook his head slightly. "I can do $1,000 for the 500 and maybe $3,500 for the 1,000. The seller hesitated. "I paid $4,800 total. I'd at least like to get that back." Rick did some quick math. "I'll do $5,500 for the pair. That's as high as I'm willing to go." After a pause, the seller smiled. "You got a deal." They shook hands. As the seller left, he grinned. "I'm happy with the deal, and my wife's about to get a really nice surprise."